Hey guys, it's your girl Natalia. Welcome back to my channel. You're probably not going to see my face much in this because my hair is a mess. Anyway, so today or tonight, I am going to be making banana bread. Banana bread are my absolute favorite. Usually I make them from scratch and it takes me like forever, but I saw this recipe on Instagram for a banana bread that is extra fluffy and just lavish and luscious. So I wanted to try it. I got my recipe here and I pretty much got all of my ingredients. I have my 3 bananas. They were like overripe bananas, 3 of them, and they're mushed. I have my buttermilk. Now this is buttermilk that I made personally. I didn't have buttermilk and it's really cold outside, so I will not be walking to Target. So basically all I did was mixed half a cup of regular milk with about a teaspoon of vinegar. Here I have my eggs. I have 2 large eggs in this bowl. I have 1 cup of tightly packed sugar. I have half brown, half white because I just like the mixture of the two. I have about half a cup of butter in here. They're room temperature, so. And then I have 2 cups of flour. I'm going to be doing a teaspoon of vanilla, teaspoon of baking powder, and probably just about a pinch of baking soda. Probably just about a pinch. I'm not sure. The recipe calls for a lot of baking soda, but I don't like the taste of it, so I'm probably just gonna do a pinch. When you substitute, things usually come out badly, so wish me luck. And of course, I'm gonna put some ground cinnamon in it. Usually, I put like an entire piece of cinnamon. You know the little cinnamon sticks. Usually, I put like an entire cinnamon stick within it. But I'm just gonna do cinnamon stick. I'm just gonna do the powder instead, because it calls for the powder and I don't want to substitute any more than I have to. So I'm gonna mix it all up. I already have my oven preheating. It's at 350 right now. The recipe does call for it to be I believe a little bit higher. Let me take a look. Oh no, 350. I'm going to, grease my pan first before I start mixing everything together, and then I will put it in the pan, let it sit for a bit, and then put it in the oven while the oven is preheated. Okay, let's get on this. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is cream together the butter and the sugar. I don't have a mixer. Haven't had a mixer since I lived with my mom, but my mom is very old school Caribbean, so we grew up creaming together butter and sugar with a wooden spoon in a giant bowl. This bowl is fairly tiny. I figured it would work in a tiny bowl. I'm not sure why I'm doing it in the tiny bowl, but it's fairly tiny. So I'm just gonna cream together the butter and the sugar in here really quickly. It's probably gonna take me forever, but yep, this is it. Okay, so I officially have all my sugar in there. 1 cup of sugar, half brown, half white. It was tightly packed into that measuring cup. I did add the sugar in increments, so I did a little bit at a time. I'm just getting it all in there. It's gonna take me a while to work this in here. Okay, you guys, so I did transfer my butter and sugar mixture into a larger bowl, and that's only because as I started mixing, the butter and the sugar started to get fluffy and it almost came over the top of the tiny bowl that I had. In total, I've been mixing this for about 10 minutes. And I've already added 1 egg to it. I just did about 3 minutes ago. If you're using a mixer, whether it's an actual mixer that you plug in or a hand mix and you set down, or a hand mixer, it should be about 3 minutes on medium speed in the mixer itself before the butter and the sugar is creamed together. After the 3 minutes, you can start adding your eggs. You add the eggs at least, you add the eggs one at a time. I'm just gonna put in my last egg. I'm gonna do that gently. I don't want it to spill. When you're creaming the sugar and the butter together, just make sure to scrape the sides down so you're getting everything all incorporated. I don't know why this makes me feel like I'm a left-handed. This just feels awkward. So I'm just gonna get this all incorporated. Mix. Probably gonna mix this for another 5 minutes. When I'm done, I'm gonna add the vanilla and the mashed bananas. Gonna add the vanilla, then lightly fold the mashed bananas in. I don't want to stir it too hard because I don't want to, you know, make it creamy or just more mush than it's already mushed. Okay, so I've been mixing. I had a complete workout in this one arm. I'm going to add the mashed bananas now. Very, very gently. Don't want anything to spill up on me. And I'm going to stir this in. Now that this is all incorporated, I have to add the buttermilk. Now, with the buttermilk, if I'm making it on my own, I like to let it rest for about 5 to 10 minutes before I use it. Now, it's not recommended that you do leave it to rest. It's just something that I like to bring out more of the acidity in the milk itself. So I let it rest before I use it completely, just to bring it out. Okay, so I'm gonna pour this in while I stir. Gently. Okay, I've also already added the vanilla extract. I basically threw until the spirits of my ancestors said stop. But the recipe did call for just 1 teaspoon. That doesn't sound right to me, so I just threw it in there. Okay, buttermilk's down. Okay, I have to do the dishes. I don't wanna. All right, so this is all mixed. Okay, so all the liquids are completely done. Now I'm gonna mix my dry ingredients together. The flour is sifted. I did sift the flour into the bowl before you guys saw. I did that mainly to, you know, get rid of any lumps or clumps within the flour. I'm also gonna sift my baking powder as well as my baking soda. Again, the recipe called for about a tablespoon of baking powder. That sounds about right. Just get that in there. I like these little tiny things. Just gonna sift it through. Get out all the lumps and clumps and bumps. All right, so that I'm gonna throw out because they're like little balls. That's not cute. And I'm gonna get the baking soda. I'm gonna measure it. Sorry, I'm using like 1/4 of a tablespoon right now. Ugh. Literally just like 1/4 of a tablespoon. Hate the taste of this thing. But the recipe calls for it, so I'm using it. Got that all in there. Give this a nice stir. My computer's freaking out, y'all. Okay, so it's all in here and it's mixed. I'm gonna add the wet ingredients directly into this bowl because this is the bigger one. Usually you put the dry ingredients into the wet ingredients, but I'm reversing it because this bowl is bigger and I prefer to not make a mess. Okay, so I'm just gonna do some of it first. See, I'm already making a mess. Look at that. Mess, mess, mess. And I'm gonna give it a good stir. There we go. And I'm gonna add the rest. Just keep it all in there. Oh, I forgot my cinnamon. How could I? Oh. I'm gonna put it in now. Okay, so I did forget to put in the cinnamon with the dry ingredients, so I'm just gonna put it in now again. Just gonna shake until the spirits of my ancestors tell me, child, that's too much. And I'm gonna give it a good mix. Yes, I'm using my whisk still because just want to prevent any lumps or bumps because I am not using a mixer. This is all by hand. So just get this in. I'm going to use the whisk for, let's say, about 2 minutes. That's too long. Probably for the next 30 seconds. And then I'm going to go in again with the wooden spoon. Just want to get all of the dry ingredients incorporated with the wet ingredients. And then I'm going to go in with my spoon. Okay, it smells so good in here. So good. Ooh. Yes, I'm getting it all out. It's probably annoying, I'm sorry. All right. So I'm gonna go in now with my spoon. Gently gonna fold. Just to get the bottom and the corners and the creases. This consistency is perfect. Yum. Okay, so this is it. This is the consistency. It's absolutely perfect, like perfection right here. I still have a lot of nice pieces of banana chunks, which I love. I love biting into a warm banana bread and there's just a piece of banana that's in there. I'm gonna let this sit for a bit and then I'm gonna put it in the oven. Let's tidy up first. Okay guys, so I've let it sit for as long as I possibly can. It's beautiful consistency, smells amazing. I still have my chunks of banana. This is my greased loaf pan. I just grease it with butter because I like butter. And I'm just gonna put it all in here. Put it all in here. Oh, don't slip, bowl, don't slip. The bowl is trying to slip out of my hands. I'm gonna get every last bit out. Okay. this out. Okay, so it's done. It's all spreaded and everything is in there. Oven has been preheated. I'm gonna put it in the oven for about an hour. Sometimes it takes a little bit more than that. The recipe says for an hour, so we're gonna try that. I'm gonna put it in there for an hour and I'll let you guys know how it comes out. I'm gonna wash my hands. Okay, you guys, quick update. This is the banana bread. It's not quite done yet. It's been in here for about 45 minutes. But this is what it looks like. It's nice and risen, nice and fluffy. Can't wait to cut into it. Okay, everybody, now this is the final product. This is the banana bread. I cracked myself up. This is a banana bread. Nice and brown and golden. Moment of truth. Let's see. Oh, that's a big slice, Dolly. But I'm greedy, so whoops. Oh, look at that. Perfectly cooked. Look at that. Yum. Yum, yum, yum. I'm just gonna try it because I want to. It's so good, and it's nice and soft, like it sponges back up when you press on it. Perfectly baked. So good. Proud.